Vape fiends are some of the most despicable people out there. We've all heard the legends of the vape fiends that'll do anything for just one hit of the elf bar. Some of us, if lucky enough, have even had personal experiences with so-called vape fiends. Maybe they've approached you in the school bathroom for some nick they can vape. Or maybe you've witnessed the unchained rage that befalls a vape fiend with no vape to fiend for. Either way, vape fiends are becoming a very common spectacle of the modern day. I mean, I almost damn well became a vape fiend myself, and if you're not safe, this stuff can truly get you. I like to think of them as the crackheads of high school, and trust me, living in Tucson, I know crackheads. And now that I've got my obligatory Tucson joke done, I have something I have to confess. Back in the day, I had a pretty ugly run-in with a real-life vapist. I mean, a kid that vaped. In the senior year of high school, when vape kids are most prominent, I had a buddy I met that year pick up the sport himself. His name was Larry, and he was a real well-tempered boy. He'd walk around with his button-up shirt tucked in, he had good grades, he sat in the front row of the class, and on top of it all, he was an incel. He had the whole 9 covered of a real dork. But don't get me wrong, he was chill though. But slowly and surely, I noticed him starting to get bitches, and I knew something was up with Larry. I only had 1 hour to talk to him per day because we were classroom friends, and when class was over, so was our friendship. But once I made this incredible discovery through my observations, I knew I had to take my friendship with him to the next level. Hey bro, so like, me and you, we really get along in this class. You maybe wanna, I don't know, come play with my friends at lunch today? He couldn't handle my inexplicable white boy charm, so you already know he was down for the dinner invitation. So he sits at my lunch table with me and my boys, and we waste no time to start interrogating him on his method to get bitches. Oh, my methods. You want my methods? Yes, bro, I need them. I need them so badly. All right, well, it's as simple as this. Then my man Larry pulls out the elf bar and hits that shit in broad daylight at the lunch table. As he exhaled, the cloud this man made filled the entire room. What the
Dude,
fuck,
you're gonna
bro?
get us caught.
This isn't gonna get me any bitches. I don't know what the meaning of that was at all, but what I do know is that it was really corny. As you can imagine, a teacher comes up to our group and makes all of us go to the front office. The 3 of my boys were clear since we didn't have any vapes on us when they inspected our bags. But Larry got the whole 2-week suspension from school, meaning I couldn't get the intel of how he got bitches for the rest of the month. That was until the first week of his suspension passed, and I got a very peculiar Snapchat on my phone from Larry himself. Hey man, I really need your help right now. Damn, okay, what's up? I need you to come to my house and pick me up. I'll tell you once you get me. This was perfect. If I were to pick up Larry, I could figure out his secrets. Although I didn't have a goddamn driver's license, so I got my friend to get me to get Larry. As we got to his house, we saw him jump over his backyard fence and run into our car. Yo, what's up? I haven't vaped in 3 days, bro.
Wait, what?
I need you to go to my plug's house so I can get a vape. This dude was the worst fiend for the vape I had ever met. He made us drive all the way to his house because he couldn't make it through a 2-week suspension. So as we head over to his plug, I made my move and asked the big question. So if you don't mind me inquiring a bit, how have you acquired your hose recently, sir? Oh, the hose? You want to know how I got the hose? I just buy them vapes and they hang out with me, dude. Bruh, this dude was lower than I could have possibly imagined. But it gets worse. Then he pulled out his phone to show off his girls. And as I laid my eyes on each of them, I started to recognize them, and I started to see a very dark pattern. All of the girls Larry had been hanging out with are freshmen, and he's a whole senior. They were using him for his plug the whole time to get vapes, and I had thought Larry was truly a respectable person. After this, we had a pretty silent car ride to the plugs and back. And after we got Larry his vape and dropped him off at his house, we decided we were never gonna speak to him again. Larry didn't have any bitches at the end of the day. He had victims, and also 10 years behind bars in his future. We avoided Larry like the plague until school was out, and we haven't spoken to the guy since. We dropped him so hard after that. We dropped him harder than, I don't know, I can't think of a joke. Anyways, that's the story. So